Hey there, welcome to the Ukestuff channel, and welcome to this review of the KNA UK1. It is the natural detachable passive piezo ukulele pickup. They also sell them for guitar, and there's also a UK2 that I'll be reviewing in the future as well. Now, as a full disclosure, these were sent to me for review purposes, and as such, this video is listed as a paid promotion. Even though I'm not being paid separately to review these, they were sent to me to keep for review purposes. So basically, what you do is you get this little pickup right here, and you loosen your strings, and this is for a tie bar ukulele bridge. Now, I do have the version 2 on a slotted bridge. It's not really supposed to be used for that, but I have it on a slotted bridge just to see how it would go. But I have this one on a tie bar bridge. This is the Flight NUS 200 NA. It's their teak wood soprano ukulele. I've not actually reviewed this one on the channel yet. These are not available easily in the United States. You can order them, for example, from Music Room in Europe and have them sent to you, which arrived actually quicker than a lot of things sent to me directly from the United States. But nonetheless, this is a Flight NUS 200. And what you do is you just loosen your strings. And you got to be a little careful with that, because if you don't have a lot of lead on your strings up here, you might loosen to the point that they come undone. And if they come undone and you don't have enough lead, you may not be able to get your strings back on and might need to put on a new set of strings. So just as a note, when you're changing strings, you should leave a certain amount of lead on your strings and wraps on there. You'll figure that out over time if you change your own strings, so that if you have to loosen strings or whatever, you can do so without them completely coming off the post. Anyway, then when you've got slack, you can pull up the strings and slide the system there. Now, the KNA UK1 is sort of a more palish color, and it actually works with this one really well with the color of the saddle there. But you end up with this little part that sticks out, and it's got an 1/8-inch jack on the end. Now, I will say Katie Denure at One Music School recently reviewed both this and the 2. So you might want to watch her videos, and she actually shows her putting them on. And Barry Maz at God Ukulele reviewed this some time ago as well. So this is not a new product, though I think the KNA version 2 is newer, and it's a passive piezo. So ultimately, a passive pickup in its traditional form is a corded, sort of pickup that lays underneath the saddle, so you don't see it, and there's usually a jack on the ukulele. And then from that jack, you run generally into your system, which often needs a preamp, and that would potentially also be true of this one as well. You don't always need a preamp, but a lot of people have them and still use them because it just gives you a little more control. And then you go into your system and your pedal boards or whatever, and then into your amplification. So this is replacing that internal permanent unit. So you could put this on for a while. If you wanted to just see if you were interested in playing amplified ukulele, it'd be a great way to do it. And then the other thing that the box includes is the cable. And the cable is a special one and it's not that special, but it's a single channel 1/8-inch jack that plugs into that. And then the other side plugs into your amplifier. Generally, again, preamplifier into your amplifier. I won't need to do that, but I do have my Flight Tiny 6 amplifier here, so I'm going to plug it into that. So what you want to do is you want to plug into the system with the 1/8-inch adapter here, and then plug into your amplifier. Now, I'm not getting much sound without a preamplifier on this particular system the way that it is. So if you are planning on using this system, I would really encourage the use of a preamplifier. However, I do have one other sort of weird solution, and let me show you what that looks like. The UK2 includes this special cable, which plugs again into the 1/8 inch jack on the passive pickup, and then this clips to your strap, and then this clips into your cable. However, I have this set of transmitter and receiver from Hurricane, and there's others that are like it, but this sort of also acts as a preamp. So I'm going to use that and just show you that the system actually works. So this is the transmitter side. I'm going to plug that into this shorter cable, and I do believe that you can buy these separately from the company. And then this is going to plug into the piezo there, and then this one, which is the receiver, is going to plug into the flight. Now let's see what we've got for volume now. Yeah, plenty of sound. Now I don't like with the Hurricane the effects that come with it, so that I'm not a fan of. But anyway, it just shows you that this works. And what really does amaze me is that by thumping elsewhere on the ukulele, you get some sound, but not a lot. If I tap lightly, it's not a huge amount of sound. So if I accidentally brush it with my wrist or something, it's not creating a lot of extra noise, which is really nice. So yeah, and the ukulele is just a little bit out of tune. So ultimately, I think it's great. I would suggest getting this extra cable for it that comes along with the UK2. The UK2, of course, is a little more expensive. This sells for about $70 right now on Amazon. Looking when I'm recording this system, I think the list price is higher, but the Amazon price is $69 directly from KNA. There's a KNA store on Amazon, and the system works. The negatives, I do, over time I always worry about plug-in connections, so I worry about, what happens if that fails there and weakens or loosens. If you leave the system on your ukulele, can you transport it without it breaking? That's a concern. And of course, there are a lot of ukuleles today that are coming without a standard tie bar bridge, which is actually okay because some people really struggle changing those. I mean, I change them all the time, but some people really struggle changing those. And there are some solutions for those too that I hope to be able to review someday for you as well. But I think it's brilliant. Ultimately, it'd be nice if they offered other colors too, other than this pail. I think the pail is the only way that this comes in, and it is, I believe, made out of wood that's around the pickup as well. It's attractive. It doesn't really stick out at you. It does sometimes make you wonder what that is, and it works as a solution for not a whole lot of money. And there's no drilling involved. It's easy to put on. It's easy to use, although, like I mentioned, I think you really will want a preamp with it. So yeah, I would recommend it. If you're trying to figure out whether you want to play amplified ukulele or not, I think it's kind of a fun solution. And again, I'm really amazed at how little sound it picks up from other parts of the ukulele other than the strings. That really impresses me, that it works that well. I mean, I've had ukuleles with traditional piezo pickups, passive pickups in it, that pick up just the slightest bump, and here it's doing a great job of focusing mainly on the strings. Can you hear that? So like if you want to do the the James Hill Billie Jean, I can't do it, but if you wanted to do those effects, you certainly could. But other than that, it's really doing a good job of muting those other sounds, and there's nothing intelligent there doing it. It works really well. All right, I would like to thank KNA for sending me this and the UK2 version of this to review. I'll be reviewing the UK2 at a later date. And again, if you're interested, you can find them at many music stores. They're also available again on Amazon at the KNA store. You can just look up the KNA UK-1 portable piezo pickup for ukulele, and if you have a tie bar bridge, and particularly if you have a preamplifier going into your amplifier, might be a great solution for if you just want to mess around with an amplified ukulele. And before we go, just want to remind you there are 3 things you can do if you want to support the channel. First of all, you can like the video. Second, you can subscribe to the channel. And third, you can always buy me a coffee to say thank you for making this content at buymeacoffee.com/ukestuff. All right, I hope you're having a great day. I'll be back soon with some more uke stuff for you.